So you finally got approved for the $10,000 Google ad grant. You set everything up, hit launch, and nothing happens. No impressions, no clicks, no traffic. Or worse, your account gets paused out of nowhere. We see this all the time. I'm aloof from getting attention, and after reviewing hundreds of ad grant accounts, I can tell you this. It's usually not one big mistake. It's a handful of hidden issues quietly blocking your ads. Let's break down the 7 most common ones and how to fix them fast. Quick note, if you want a deeper look at the Google Ad Grant and how to work around its limitations, we've linked a companion guide below. It's a great resource to follow along with as you watch. Let's start with the first thing that might be happening. Your ads are live, but you're getting 0 impressions. It feels like something's broken, but most of the time you're simply not entering the auction often enough. The first thing to check, your bidding strategy. If you're using something like manual cost per click, then you're limiting how competitive your bids can be. In a lot of keyword spaces, that means Google doesn't even put you in the running, so your ads never show. Here's the fix. Switch to maximize conversions. It lets Google adjust bids dynamically and compete based on how likely someone is to take action. But this only works if Google knows what a win is. And that's exactly what conversion tracking solves. It's the first thing you have to set up, otherwise Google has nothing to optimize for. So performance stalls. And it's not just for performance, it's for compliance too. Google requires at least 1 conversion per month. Miss that, and your account can get paused. Now, if you're only tracking donations, that's usually not enough. They simply don't happen often for Google to learn. Track top-of-the-funnel, low-barrier actions too, like newsletter signups, resource downloads, or contact form submissions. These happen more often, which gives Google enough data to learn who to show your ads to. So here's the fix. Set up conversion tracking in Google Ads, then conversions. Even a simple form submission counts. And here's a pro tip most accounts miss. Don't just track the action, give it value. Even if a newsletter sign up is free, assign it something small, like $1. Otherwise, Google just goes after what's easiest to get. When you add value, that tells Google what to prioritize, so it moves from quantity to quality. So maximize conversions as your bidding strategy, and your tracking should work hand in hand. One drives performance, the other tells Google what success looks like. The next thing to check are your keywords. Even with the right setup, your keywords can hold you back if the intent isn't there. A lot of people go after broad terms thinking more traffic is better, but that traffic isn't always the right fit. Someone searching food bank could be doing research, but someone searching volunteer at a food bank this weekend is ready to act. That difference is everything. So instead of just going after high volume broad terms, focus on phrases that signal intent. Layer in things like action, timing, or urgency. They might have lower volume, but they bring in people much closer to taking action. There's also a compliance piece here. Single word keywords like news, videos, or education aren't allowed. So thinking in phrases isn't just better strategy, it's required. And even when there are exceptions like donate or volunteer, you still wouldn't want to rely on those because they're too broad to bring in the right audience. The most useful place to get keyword ideas is in your search terms report. Look at what people are actually typing in before they click. That's your feedback loop. And if you're using the keyword planner, it's easy to get pulled toward the biggest numbers. But high search volume usually means stronger competition. You're stepping into crowded auctions with advertisers paying for visibility. So instead of going broad, think in layers. A couple of core mid-volume keywords that define what you do, then add lower volume keywords where you have a chance to compete, and add a few more specific action-driven searches. Around 10 to 15 keywords per group is a solid place to start. And of course, refine as performance data comes in. Now let's talk about quality score. If it drops to 1 or 2, Google can stop showing your ads entirely. And when that happens, it's almost always a relevance issue. There's a gap between what someone searched for, what your ad says, and where you send them to. If someone is ready to take action, but your ad is just explaining your mission, they scroll. If your language sounds internal instead of how people search, it gets ignored. And if the landing page doesn't match what the ad has promised, they leave. And Google sees all of that. So it's really more about the experience. Do they click? Do they stay? Do they take the next step? And is this actually helpful to the person searching? Here's how to fix that. Sort your keywords by quality score, lowest to highest. Anything at a 1 or a 2, pause it for compliance. Then check 3 things: your expected click-through rate, ad relevance, and landing page experience. Fixing those doesn't just improve performance, it helps keep your account in good standing too. This next one is about how your budget is spread across the account. You have up to $10,000 a month, that's roughly $329 a day, but your campaigns still aren't spending. A big reason for that, your account might be split across too many campaigns. We see accounts with 15, 20, 30 campaigns all trying to do different things. So instead of one campaign getting enough data to build momentum, Google gets pulled into too many different directions, so everything's just diluted. When that happens, Google can't really learn what's working, so it holds back. And here's where the budget confusion comes in. A lot of teams think they need to split that $329 across all their campaigns, but that's not how it works. That's just the maximum Google can spend on each campaign per day. When you lower it, you're limiting how often your ads can show. So instead of spreading everything out, focus on a few priority campaigns. Give those room to run, set the budget close to that full daily amount so Google can actually enter auctions and gather data. Let those build traction first, then expand from there. That's what gives Google a clear signal, and that's what gets your ads showing more consistently. Now let's talk about targeting. Low impressions here usually mean your ads just aren't getting enough chances to show. And most of the time, it's because things are too restrictive. When your location is narrow, your keywords don't have enough search volume, and your filters are stacked, you limit how often your ads can even enter the auction. Big mistake, going too local. Unless you're a physical service, don't box yourself into one city, because you shrink your volume and compete in tighter auctions. Go broader, statewide or national, especially for programs, education, or awareness campaigns that aren't location dependent. Next, if you're seeing low search volume, don't just bid on what you do. Start bidding on the problem. If you're a homeless shelter, bid on keywords like what to do if I'm being evicted. That's where the volume is. And one quick lever, if you're using maximize conversions, test broader match types. That's how you break out of low volume fast. But make sure that you regularly check your search terms report and add anything irrelevant as negative keywords. So simple strategy, widen targeting, target the problem, and let the system find volume. Then refine. If your account feels limited, this might be why. You're only running search campaigns. A lot of nonprofits still haven't tapped into AI-powered campaigns like Performance Max. And that means missing a part of how people discover and take action today. Not every high-intent action starts with a clean keyword anymore. People browse, compare, click around. And if you're only running search, you're missing that layer of demand. Search is still your foundation. It's where you have the most control, but it doesn't capture everything. But at the same time, turning AI-powered campaigns on without direction creates a different problem. You'll start seeing traffic go to the wrong places, like your About page or policy pages, places that don't lead to action. With Performance Max, the system is doing exactly what you tell it to do. It's following your signals. And if those signals aren't clear, it defaults to what's easiest, not what's most valuable. So the shift here is simple. Use Performance Max, don't ignore it, but don't hand it full control either. Guide it. Start by excluding pages that don't drive action. Then make sure that your top conversions are clearly defined and keep your goals separated so intent stays clean. And if you already have it running, take 5 minutes and check, where is traffic really going? And does that page match what you want people to do? That one check alone usually shows you exactly what needs to change. A quick word on the bigger picture. Yes, AI has environmental costs and risks for misinformation, and we don't ignore that. But nonprofits can't just sit out while corporations and for-profit entities dominate this space. By using AI responsibly, we ensure that mission-driven organizations have a voice, influence, and impact in a rapidly evolving digital world. I'd love to hear your perspective on this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is something we're all still figuring out together. By now, a lot of this should sound familiar because most of the time accounts don't get paused for brand new reasons. It's caused by the same issues we've already talked about. Keywords that are too broad, not tied to intent, single word keywords, or those with a quality score of a 1 or a 2, all those can get flagged. Structure matters too. Your campaigns need at least 2 tightly related ad groups, not everything mixed together. You also need at least 1 meaningful conversion each month to stay active with the ad grant. Then there's your website. Your landing page needs to match your keywords, and your site needs basic trust signals like a privacy policy and clear contact information. So yes, there are rules, but most of them come back to one idea. Everything needs to line up: your keywords, your ads, your landing pages. When they're aligned, you stay compliant and your ads perform. When they're not, that's when you start seeing limits, low impressions, or even a pause. These challenges aren't impossible to overcome. They just take focus and sometimes a second set of expert eyes. Which one are you stuck on right now? Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. And if you want us to look at your actual account, we've helped hundreds of nonprofits get their ad grants working, including accounts that were suspended, stalled, or just quietly bleeding budget with nothing to show for it. Book a free consultation with us through the link in the description, and we'll tell you exactly which of these is costing you and what it will take to clear it. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We're building up a community that works together to help nonprofit marketers like you get your mission out to the right people. We'll see you in the next video.